Live here from the Richie O'Brien Gymnasium. My name is Christopher Saunders, and this is the semifinal game 1 of 2, as currently you see Crosby on the left, Kennedy on the right. Game 2 will be Naugatuck against Waterbury Career Academy, but this game, as I said, first of 2, Crosby the number 3 seed, Kennedy the number 2 seed. These teams are quite familiar with each other, as Kennedy and Crosby have faced off 2 times during the regular season, the first coming within the first 3 games of said regular season, of which Crosby won in double OT at Kennedy in Town Plot. But then the Kennedy Eagles were able to get a little bit of a revenge game against Crosby at the Crosby Palace later on in the season. So this is their 3rd matchup against these 2 brass teams here in Waterbury. And both Kennedy and Crosby both take place in Waterbury, Crosby and Kennedy. Now, Crosby, as I said, 15-5 in the regular season. Kennedy 17-3. Currently with the brackets somewhat to be decided as far as when. I've heard Thursday, Friday. It depends exactly when. But when the brackets come out for the CIAC State Tournament, Kennedy is 4th in Division III. Crosby is 7th in Division II. And Division II is quite stacked with the likes of Bristol Central, who is the heavy favorite to win the CIAC Division II title, but that's why they play the games, and it should be quite interesting to see how far Crosby can get. But as far as the Nvl tournament is to speak of, Crosby was able to get to this point by defeating St. Paul in Game 1, and that game was played on Saturday. And then Kennedy faced off against Ansonia in Game 2. And to my recollection, I could not find a game of which a team scored 100-plus points, at least as far back as I was able to go. And Kennedy scored 103 against Ansonia, a team that they faced off against not even 3 to 4 days prior to that. So it should be really interesting to see kind of how Kennedy comes out after scoring so many of those points against Ansonia. But these are 2 teams that are kind of really well evenly matched because of what they can do. I mean, Crosby has one of the best players, not just in the NVL, but in the state, in Jonathan Rivera, averaging 27 points per game, had 33 against St. Paul. He goes, or rather the team goes, as far as Rivera can go, but then they have the likes of Jason Robinson, who is one of the better junior players. He's been playing varsity since he was a freshman, and he really does everything on the court, both offensively and defensively, kind of like the second captain, the second co-captain to Rivera. And then you look on the Kennedy side, their starting 5, as you'll see in just moments, 4 seniors and a junior. So a very heavy class when it comes to older players who've been around and really kind of have been in part of a lot of big-time games. I mean, there's some history when you look at kind of the, getting to that NVL final. I mean, Crosby has not been to an NVL championship game, of which 2015, 7 years. Now, Kennedy has never been in an NVL championship game, period, since the NVL went back to an NVL tournament style back in 2014. That was the first year. Now, they did go back-to-back when they based it off of regular season. That was from 89 to 91. But they have not been to an NVL final. So there will be some history made. A little bit longer for Kennedy, but there will be history made for both teams when this game concludes. Kennedy's on the left side. Crosby is on the right side. Kennedy will be in their white uniforms. Crosby will be in their blue. Currently, you hear the PA announcer right now going over the rules and regulations for today's game. First of 2 here in the NVL semifinal. Winner plays on to the championship. Game 2 will be Naugatuck against Career. Following this game, scheduled for 7:30.
And good luck to both teams. Let's meet the starting lineup for tonight's game. First, the number 3 seed, Crosby Bulldogs.
And first, they'll announce the number 3 seed, the Crosby Bulldogs, coached by Nick Augelli. Number 10, sophomore, Brandon Beeman.
Junior, number 30, Lyndon Frederick.
Number 30, senior, Lyndon Frederick.
Sophomore, number 25, DJ Melendez.
Number 25, DJ Melendez, sophomore. Number 14, junior, Jason Robinson. And number 1, senior, Jonathan Rivera. Rivera, Beeman, Robinson, Melendez, Frederick, the starting 5 for the Crosby Bulldogs. And for the number 2 seed, The Kennedy Eagles, coached by Armin Lavasser.
Kennedy Eagles, junior number 33.
Number 33, junior, Lennox Serrano.
Senior number 10, Manny.
Number 10, senior, Manny Beeman.
Senior number 21.
Number 21, senior, David Zielinski.
Senior number 20, Chauncey Hicks.
Number 20, senior, Chauncey Hicks.
Senior number 5,
And senior, number 5, Sincere Alves. Alves, Beeman, Hicks, Zielinski, and Serrano, the starting 5 for Kennedy in their home whites. And we'll pause and now rise for the national anthem in just moments.
American all those who serve with the claim of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we marched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran down the bursting air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave?
Kennedy, Crosby, just seconds away from tip in the semifinal here at the Reggie O'Brien Gymnasium at Wilby High School, the host site for the NVL tournament, and has been for quite some time. As I said, in 2004 is when the restart of this tournament was able to kind of get itself back into, where, I mean, let's be honest, last year there wasn't an NVL tournament. I mean, it was based off of the host site of the top seed, but the NVL tournament felt like it was missing something. But the tournament is back, and we're back to at least some sort of normalcy here as we're in the semifinal. The refs, Steve Kirk, Michelangelo Palmieri, and Jeff Napoli. A 3 ref crew for this game in the semis, and I would anticipate the final also to be as well. Serrano and Frederick. Serrano for Kennedy. Frederick for Crosby. Kennedy, the 2 seed. Crosby, the 3 seed. The crowd waiting patiently. Quiet. Ball's thrown up. And the semifinal is underway quickly with Rivera. Gets the inbound ball and misses the 3 outside. Beeman for Crosby with a second chance. Back to Robinson. Robinson makes a move. Robinson to Melendez. Melendez has to get it, and it's a backcourt violation. So a turnover quickly for the Crosby Bulldogs. And Kennedy with the possession. Serrano inbounding. As David Zielinski. Zielinski had quite the second half for the NVL season. Serrano from the left elbow, good. And the Kennedy Eagles strike first. 2-0. Kennedy over Crosby. 7:35 in this first quarter to go. Melendez switches over to Robinson. Guarded by Zielinski, who averaged over 18 points in the second half of the NVL season. Rivera on the drive. Rivera with a spin. Rivera on contact. Misses. Gets his own rebound. Misses for a second time. Trying to fight for the ball, and it's stripped away by David Zielinski of Kennedy. So 2 and done for the Bulldogs. Hicks to Sincere Alves. Alves bumped. Alves puts it up. It's no good. Loose ball picked up by Crosby. 1 and done for Kennedy. Back on the attack are the Bulldogs. Robinson inside, now outside. Robinson looking for Rivera, and then he throws it behind midcourt, and that does not make Nick Augelli pleased. The second turnover for Crosby. With 6:49 to go in this first quarter, 2-0 Kennedy. If you're just catching us, Lennox Serrano made a shot from the left elbow to make it 2-0. Zielinski tries for a three to make it 5-0, but misses the three. One and done for Kennedy. Rivera on the drive. Rivera with the left hand, and it just rolls out. Serrano off his hand, deflected right to a Crosby player. Frederick keeps it alive to Melendez. Melendez to Beeman. Beeman for the triple. Misses the triple. And the Kennedy Eagles trying to get the ball back. They do to Alves. Alves to Zielinski. Zielinski coast to coast, and he's fouled. The foul will be on the Bulldogs. They're first. Let's see who's on it. Will be on Beeman. His first, team's first. And Zielinski at the charity stripe for 2 shots. As we're going to have a quick substitution for Crosby. As Gus Viola waiting to come in. First free throw is attempted of this game for Kennedy. First free throw is good. Viola is in. Beeman's going to be out. So Crosby has Frederick, Viola, Robinson, Rivera, and Melendez. Zielinski waiting for a second free throw. Made the first and swishes the second. 2 of 2. Good start for Kennedy, both offensively and from the charity stripe. 4-0 Eagles over Bulldogs. 6:15 to go in this first quarter. Chris Saunders bringing you all the play-by-play for both games here in the semis. Rivera driving left side, and he's fouled. So a trading of fouls on both sides. And they're going to call that on Chauncey Hicks. That's his first, team's first. Rivera at the charity stripe for 2. A 63% free throw shooter is Rivera from the free throw line. First free throw is no good. Crosby still looking for their first points. Rivera with a breath. Bends the knees. Shrugs the shoulders. The free throw is missed. 0 of 2 is Crosby from the free throw line. They stay scoreless. 4-0 Kennedy over Crosby. On the drive is Zielinski. Good. It's a 6-0 run, 4 points for Zielinski. And as I said, a 6-0 run for Kennedy. With under 6 to play in this first quarter. Not a good start for the Bulldogs. Melendez, Rivera switches over to Robinson, top of the key. Crosby going right to left. Melendez, and a travel on Melendez. 3 turnovers by the Bulldogs in this first quarter. And Beeman's back in. Frederick is out. So Kennedy has Serrano, Beeman, Zielinski, Hicks, and Alves. Kennedy 2 of 2 from the free throw line, both made by Zielinski. Crosby 0 of 2. And 4 points total for Zielinski, leads the team. Alves for the triple is a missed 3, goes behind the glass. So it will be Crosby ball with Viola inbounding. Melendez will slowly bring it up. Finds Robinson. Robinson, fade away from the left elbow, has it tipped by Zielinski. Good defensive play by the Eagles. And Crosby's held scoreless still. Zielinski, left corner. Finds Alves, guarded by Robinson. Give and go to Hicks. Pretty passes by the Kennedy Eagles. Hicks gets his first points of the game. It's an 8-0 run for Kennedy over Crosby. 5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Robinson, Rivera. Rivera dribbling outside the three-point line. Back to Robinson. Robinson to Beeman. Beeman to Viola. Viola to Robinson. He'll try for the 3. It's a swish by Jason Robinson. A 21 3-point shooter thus far this season. Looked like 100 right there. And that breaks the 8-0 run for Kennedy. 8-3, still in favor of the Eagles. 4:30 to go in this first quarter. Alves looking for Hicks. What a pass. Threaded the needle and found Hicks. Ties Zielinski for the team lead with 4. 10-3 Kennedy. 4:20 to go in this first quarter. Robinson gives it to Rivera like a quarterback giving it to a running back. Rivera inside the three-point line, misses the J. Serrano keeps Crosby at a one and done. Hicks will give it to Beeman. Beeman outside the three-point line. Beeman, no look to Serrano inside the free throw line and makes it. Now a timeout called. Now you have Hicks, Zielinski, and Serrano all with 4 points each with the score 12-3. Kennedy ahead over Crosby. with 3:59 to go in this first quarter. Crosby quickly coming out of the timeout. Robinson, Rivera, Viola, Melendez, and Beeman. And Kennedy will keep their starting five with Hicks, Zielinski, Serrano, Alves, and Beeman. Melendez will slowly bring up. Crosby coming out sluggish in this semifinal early on. Plenty of time, however, for the Bulldogs. Rivera misses another J. Last touched by Crosby. Possession will be Kennedy. Inbounding will be Serrano to Beeman. Beeman will bring it by mid. Now 3/4 of the court, guarded by Melendez. Beeman to Alves. Alves gets by 1-2 defenders, has it tipped by Robinson. No foul called. Hit out of bounds by Alves. Possession Crosby. There's another substitution as Rivera is going to take a little bit of a breather as Nick Augelli's seen enough. Coming in will be Chris Spears. Melendez by 3/4 of the court. Melendez to Viola. Viola back to Spears. Spears, the three, fadeaway shot, no good. Melendez puts it up and count it. 3-point play for Crosby as Melendez makes as he was fouled. Foul on Beeman, his first, team second. Trueheart will be coming into the game. Out is Beeman. Crosby looking to snap their poor free throw shooting thus far. They're 0 of 2. And one free throw, and it stays poor. 0 of 3 is Crosby from the free throw line. A missed free throw by Melendez. 12-5 in favor of Kennedy. 3:15 to go in this first quarter. Hicks, guarded by Melendez, going for the steal. He gets the steal. Melendez makes up by missing the and one free throw and gets the 2. He's got 4. Leads the team in scoring with 4. 3 to play in this first quarter, 12-7, Kennedy. Zielinski in the corner, driving. Zielinski going in, and he was fouled on the court before he was attempting to go up with the shot. Foul was on Viola of Crosby, his first, team second. Each team with 2 team fouls. Rivera for Crosby, their leading scorer thus far this season, on the bench as another foul was called. This time, it'll be on Zielinski. Foul will be on Robinson, his first, team's third. And Zielinski shooting 2. Zielinski with 4 points. First free throw by Zielinski is good. Zielinski 3 of 3 from the free throw line. 13-7. Kennedy. Second free throw is good. 4 of 4. All free throws attempted and made by David Zielinski, who has 6 points, leads the team in scoring thus far in this first quarter. 14-7 Kennedy. Errant pass deflected off of Kennedy as they were swarming. That was Trueheart and Alves. Possession stays with the Bulldogs as Rivera waiting to come back in, and he will for Viola. So we have Spears out for Crosby. In will be Andre Arrington. Arrington inbounding the ball, wearing number 11. Finds Melendez. Melendez cuts by Trueheart. Goes outside to Arrington, Mr. Three-point shooter. Misses the 3, however. One and done for Crosby. And Zielinski back on the attack in transition. Zielinski going coast to coast, and the basket will not count. Offensive foul on David Zielinski. His first, team's third. So Kennedy has 1 personal foul on Beeman, Hicks, and Zielinski. Crosby has 1 for Beeman, Robinson, and Viola. With 2:25 to go in this first quarter, 14-7, Kennedy ahead of Crosby. Went on an 8-0 run early in the first quarter and have not looked back thus far. Melendez, and that was Kennedy I was talking about. Rivera on the drive. Rivera will not be denied. His first points, and that's a good basket for Rivera. Try to get his confidence up. 14-9, still in favor of Kennedy. 2:03 to go in this first quarter. Trueheart trying to get by a couple defenders, and they're going to call a foul on Crosby. That's Steve Kirk calling the foul. And that's going to be on Robinson. That's his second, team's fourth. We'll see, will Nick Augelli keep Robinson with 2 personal fouls? As of right now, he is. Serrano inbounding. Beeman is back in for Crosby. Crosby with the press. Serrano to Alves. Alves to Trueheart. Trueheart. Serrano, top of the key, 3, rattles in and out. Arrington gets the defensive rebound for Crosby. And a one and done for the Kennedy Eagles. Robinson, he'll try for the triple. Misses the 3, one and done for Crosby. And then Beeman, able to bring it by mid, now 3/4 of the court. Beeman, right corner to Zielinski. Zielinski behind the back to Beeman. In the corner, Alves, catch and shoot, 3, comes up short. And Kennedy back-to-back one and dones. Melendez for Crosby. Dribbling a couple times to Arrington. Now Beeman. Good passing by the Bulldogs. Again, another good pass, but Melendez will miss the bunny in the right low post. Zielinski, vertical pass to Trueheart. Trueheart on the drive. Trueheart, and another offensive foul. What a play by Crosby, able to draw the charge. And that was clearly a charge. First personal on Trueheart, team's fourth. Each team now with 4 team fouls. As Robinson and Melendez are out, Viola is in as well as Spears. .109 to go in this first quarter, 14-9, Kennedy over Crosby. Viola gives it to Rivera. 27 points per game is what the senior is averaging, at least during the regular season. Had 33 against St. Paul in the quarterfinal. Thus far has 2. Rivera trying to wave somebody to cut over on the right side. They don't. Rivera working on Alves. And a foul called on Rivera as he was driving in the left low post. They're going to call that on Beeman. That's his second. Team's 5th. At the free throw line again is Rivera. Missed his only 2 free throw attempts early in the first quarter. First free throw is no good. Crosby 0 of 4 from the free throw line, searching for not just their lead against Kennedy, but also from the free throw line. Kennedy's 4 of 4. Crosby is 0 of 4. And it's a 5-point difference thus far in this game in favor of Kennedy. And a free throw is finally made. 1 of 5. Crosby from the free throw line. Rivera now with 3 points, averages 27 thus far during the regular season. A 4-point lead for Kennedy. 42 seconds to go in this first quarter. Chris Saunders bringing you all the play-by-play for both semifinal games here at Wilby. Trueheart on the drive. Trueheart with a nice finish at the cup. Trueheart with his first points of the game, a 6-point lead for Kennedy. Down to 30 seconds in this first quarter. Rivera will dribble a couple times. Simple pass to Viola, guarded by Trueheart. Now Alves. And Rivera, he traveled. I've got Crosby down for 5 turnovers in this first quarter. Not good for the Bulldogs early on, as Melendez will be coming in as Viola's out. So 15.7 seconds to go in this first quarter. Inbounding is Serrano to Trueheart. Kennedy with a 6-point lead, 16-10. Isaiah Tucker in also for Kennedy. Serrano, right corner, 3. It's a little bit short. 5 seconds to go. Crosby has a chance for the final shot. 2 seconds. 1 second. Rivera fading away. It's good! What a play by Trueheart. Or correction, what a shot. Not by Trueheart, but by Rivera. Able to make that 3 before the buzzer. And with that shot, Rivera now has 6. And what was a 6-point lead for Kennedy going at the end of the first quarter, it is now only a 3-point lead. Is that shot by Rivera going away to avoid the contact. What a shot by Rivera. 16-13. Kennedy over Crosby.
At the end of the first quarter, it is number 13. Just as a reminder, masks are required in this gym. Please make sure you cover your nose and your mouth while you're in this gym, please.
Leading scores for both sides, Kennedy. Their leading scores, David Zielinski with 6. For Crosby, it is Jonathan Rivera also with 6. Kennedy 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Crosby was 1 of 5. And Crosby able to cut the deficit from 6 to 3 after the fadeaway 3 right before the buzzer by Jonathan Rivera to make it 16-13. And Truhart's able to draw the foul in the left low post. He'll be at the free throw line for 2. Foul is on Beeman. That's his second. Team's 5th. Bends the knees as Truhart. First free throw. Swish. And Kennedy stays perfect at the free throw line. 5 of 5. Kennedy has not been in the deficit category thus far in this game. They've had the lead all game. Second free throw with a little home court, although it's not the home court for Kennedy, but the free throw goes in regardless. 6 of 6. Truhart with 4. 18-13, Kennedy over Crosby. 7:40 go in this second quarter. Cut by Rivera. Rivera misses the J. Arrington gets the offensive rebound, gives it to Beeman. Then Beeman has it tipped over by Truhart. Truhart then sliding into, as he was going out of bounds, sliding all the way towards the center part of the court. And because he had possession of the ball, it will be Crosby ball. With Hicks coming in, Tucker's out for Kennedy. So Crosby has Arrington, Melendez, Spears, Beeman, and Rivera. Melendez with Truhart guarding. Rivera working on Alves. Rivera crossover, now dropping back. And it looked like a double dribble on Rivera. One too many dribbles. I thought maybe they were going to call something else. I thought foul for just a second, maybe an offensive foul, but no. A double dribble on Rivera. 6 turnovers on Crosby thus far in this first half. Alves to Zielinski. Zielinski. Good pass to Truhart. Truhart gives it to Hicks. And what a basket. The unselfish play by Truhart. Found Hicks in the right low post. Decided to give it to his teammate. Hicks has 6. 20-13. Kennedy over Crosby. Under 7 to play in this first half. Spears. Long 3. The dagger. Chris Spears making the 3. A 28% three-point shooter. One of the better three-point shooters on this Crosby team. 2016. And then a 3 answered back by Truhart. He says, you can do it, well then I'll try to do it better, and he did. 23-16. Kennedy over Crosby. 6:20 to go in this first half. Arrington, right corner, Spears falling as he shot the 3, no foul called. Quick pass from Alves to Serrano. Serrano then slams it with both hands. He's got 6. 25-16. Kennedy in the transition game early and often. And then a foul called on Kennedy. And Rivera able to draw the foul. That's going to be on the 6th team foul on Kennedy, and that's going to be Truhart's 2nd. As Isaiah Tucker will be coming into the game, out is Truhart with Rivera inbounding. Rivera, Arrington in the left elbow, give and go to Rivera, and he's able to draw the foul. 2 free throws coming for Rivera. Thus far as shot 4, he's 2 of 4 from the free throw line. That's on Zielinski, his 2nd in team 7. So every foul up until 10, if it's not on the shot, will be a 1-and-1 for Crosby. If it's committed by Kennedy. First free throw, good. Good start for Rivera in this second quarter. Crosby now 2 of 6 from the free throw line. Mussolari is coming in. Zielinski is out. So Kennedy has Musolari, Hicks, Isaiah Tucker, Alves, and Serrano. Rivera with 7 points, looking for 8, and gets number 8. Crosby 3 of 7 from the free throw line. Kennedy 6 of 6, 25-18. Kennedy still in front against the Bulldogs with 5:50 to go in this first half. An assist and point scored by Hicks. He's got 8, 27-18, a 9-point lead for Kennedy. 5:40 to go in the first half. Arrington trying to give it to Spears in the corner. Last touched on Hicks from Kennedy. And possession will stay with the Bulldogs. 17 fouls for Kennedy, 5 for the Bulldogs. Arrington inbounding to Rivera. Rivera 3-4 to the court. Crosby going right to left on your screen. Kennedy left to right. Working on Tucker. Rivera in the corner. Spears. You cannot leave him open, that wide open. Spears is money with that much space. He's got 6. 27-21, a 6-point lead for Kennedy. Hicks spinning to Tucker. He'll try for the triple. Swish! Isaiah Tucker with the 3. And just as Crosby shoots a 3, Kennedy answers back now for a second time in this quarter. 30-21, Kennedy. Rivera working on Alves. Switches over to Tucker. Posting up on Tucker. Back outside to Spears. Hicks stretching out his right hand in front of Spears. Crosby now working around the 3-point line. Rivera tried to maybe, I don't know if he's trying to shoot the ball, make a pass. It looked like a brain fart from Rivera. That's a turnover, 7th on Crosby. Hicks contested, can't make it. Serrano takes it from the sky, grabs it, and one. Lennox Serrano, the junior, with a play. That's on Arrington, his first, team 6th. With Gus Viola coming in for Frederick. And a possible 3-point play for Lennox Serrano, who has 8 points thus far, with Robinson coming back in. And Arrington is out. Kennedy is 6 of 6 from the free throw line, was 4 of 4 in the first quarter, 2 of 2 thus far in the second for Toll, 6 of 6. 4:30 to go in this first half. Free throw is short, and I jinxed Serrano, I apologize. 6 of 7 is Kennedy from the free throw line now, their first missed free throw in the game. 32-21 in favor of Kennedy. Spears posting up in the left elbow, give and go to Rivera. Rivera was fouled on the shot from Alves, by Alves I should say. Alves first, team's 8th, and sending Rivera back at the free throw line. Missed his first 2 and has made 3 consecutive free throws after missing his first 3 in the first quarter. Free throw is made. 9 points for Rivera, looking for 10. A 10-point lead for Kennedy. Rivera trying to make it a 9-point deficit with a made basket here. 4:16 to go in the first half. Free throw is good. 9-point lead for Kennedy. Crosby now 5 of 9 from the free throw line. Alves will bring it up as Kennedy going left to right on your screen. And then Melendez with a steal. A rare turnover by Kennedy. And Melendez going coast to coast. 32-25. And then off the hands of Alves. Good defense by Crosby, forcing the turnover. Under 4 to play in this first half. Bulldogs are not going away. Rivera spinning, fade away from the right elbow, misses the shot. Serrano grabs it from the sky. One and done for the Bulldogs. Musolari, left hand, low post, misses. A scrum for the ball, goes out of bounds. Last touched on Kennedy. Possession, Crosby. Crosby has not led this entire first half thus far. Melendez, Serrano, a scrum for the ball and a jump ball called. In the first quarter, it was 12-3 Kennedy with 3:59 to go in the first quarter. And Kennedy has not looked back. That was when Crosby called the timeout. Robinson inbounding for the Bulldogs. Crosby just looking for a tie, if anything, trying to get their first lead of the game. Kennedy's had it from the jump. Rivera gets his own. No, double dribbled. Not good on Rivera. 8th turnover on Crosby. As Beeman coming in, Mussolari is out. Leading scorer thus far for both teams. Crosby has Rivera with 10. We'll get to Kennedy in just a moment. Beeman, Alves, give and go. Beeman, no look. And they called another offensive foul on Kennedy. That's on Beeman. Manny Beeman, his 3rd, team's 9th. Now you have 3 on Manny Beeman, 2 on Zielinski, and 2 on Trueheart. And now a substitution coming in as number 25, Jones, will be in for Kennedy, and I don't expect Beeman to be back in this game for some time. Alves able to get the steal for Kennedy. That's what they needed. Alves then misses in the right low post, contested by Crosby, and then the ball then stripped away, back on the ground again. Then Serrano falls on top of it. Hicks has it, guarded by 2 Crosby players. Then Hicks driving, and he's fouled in the paint. Wow, a lot just happened right there. They're going to call that. That's on Robinson. Now that's his 3rd, team 7th. 2 free throws for Kennedy. And that'll be Hicks at the charity stripe. So far, Hicks and Serrano tied for the team lead with 8. And stays Hicks with 8. 6 of 8 from the free throw line is Kennedy. Kennedy made their first 6 in a row, now have missed 2 in a row from the free throw line with under 3 to play in this first half. 32-25, Kennedy over Crosby. And the second free throw is made. Snaps the 2 missed free throw streak on Kennedy. 7 of 9. Hicks now with 9 points. 33-25, Kennedy over Crosby. Kennedy the number 2 seed, Crosby the number 3 seed. Rivera from the right corner, high arcing 3, misses the 3, right to the hands of Melendez of Crosby. A second chance guarded by Jones. Back in the corner now to Spears. Spears inside the 3-point line. Misses the J off the hand of Tucker. Now to Serrano of Kennedy. Alves with Kennedy with numbers. And then Alves with a nice finish in the right low post. His first points of the game. 35-25, 10-point lead for Kennedy. Rivera now to Viola in the corner, swarmed by Kennedy. What a play by Crosby, and then a finish by Rivera. Heads up play by the senior Viola, finding a fellow senior in Rivera. 35-27 Kennedy. Under 2 to play in this first half. Driving, left side, Alves misses, 1 and done for Kennedy. And back over to Crosby with 1:48 to go in the first half. Rivera, Alves guarding, gets by 2 defenders. Rivera then misses in the paint. And they'll call a foul on Melendez. His first. And a 1-and-1 for Kennedy. 9 team fouls on Kennedy, 8 on Crosby. And Jabari Jones shooting 2, or correction, shooting 1 with a chance for 2. First free throw. Bends, goes up, and it's no good. But there's Hicks. Crosby falling asleep there, not being able to cover. I thought they may have thought that there were 2 free throws. They didn't react at all. But a missed opportunity. Kennedy, however, 7 of 10 from the free throw line. Viola then misses the bunny in the paint. And another foul on Crosby. That's on 35, Viola. His second, team's 9th. Both teams with 9 team fouls. And a 1-on-1 opportunity again for Serrano. Serrano has only attempted 1 free throw and missed when it was an and 1. 10-point lead for Kennedy. 1:24 to go in this first half. Let's see if Crosby knows this time it's a 1-and-1. Free throw, good. Kennedy 8 of 11 from the free throw line. Second free throw is good. 9 of 12. Both free throws made by Serrano. He's got 10. 39-27, a 12-point lead for Kennedy. 1:16 to go in this first half. A 3 missed by Rivera. Beeman and Melendez. It'll be Melendez, but then there's Jones for Kennedy. Then he falls on top of it, and I think he stepped out of bounds. No, they were able to get the timeout before Crosby was able to swarm. 1:08 to go in the first half. 39-27. Kennedy over Crosby. The winner will advance to the NVL Championship. Crosby looking to get to the championship for the first time since 2015. Kennedy, their first time since the realignment for the NVL tournament back in 2004. Or the restart, I should say, of the NVL tournament back in 2004. Kennedy has Hicks with 12 and Serrano with 10. David Zielinski, who's been sitting on the bench after getting his second personal foul early in this quarter. 1:08 to go in the first half. A 12-point lead for Kennedy. Start out the game with an 8-0 run and have not looked back since. Have had the lead the entire first half. Quick pass from Tucker. Stolen away by Serrano from Rivera. Hicks from 5 feet. Hicks has been money in this game. He's got 14. Under a minute to play in this first half. 41-27 Kennedy. Guarded by Jones. Crosby looking for something in the corner. Arrington catch and shoot 3. No good. Beeman fighting for the ball. It's lost. It's over to Kennedy. Tucker on the drive. Tucker then misses in the right low post. A foul not called. Crosby has the numbers for a second. And another double dribble on Rivera. He's got 9. Rather, Crosby has 9 turnovers in this first half. 24.4 seconds in this first half. 41-27. Kennedy with the lead. Hicks has 13 points thus far. Hicks. Left low post, 3 by Tucker, misses, down to 6 seconds. Kennedy keeps the ball, then stripped away by Crosby, down to 2 seconds. 1 second before the buzzer, no good. The first half has concluded with the score, 41-27. Kennedy over Crosby. We'll be back with about a minute left of halftime to go over what both these teams have to do. For Crosby to try to fight back, have not led in the entire first half, and for Kennedy to keep this lead and get to an NVL championship. That's what's on the line for both teams. The winner advances, the loser will go home, at least until the CIAC State Tournament, which starts in about another week or so. Halftime here from the Reggie O'Brien Gymnasium here at Wilby High School. The semifinal game 1, there will be 2 games. This is the first. The second will be the number 1 seed, the Naugatuck Greyhounds, as they take on the Waterbury Career Academy Spartans. Currently right now for this game, however, with 1:40 to go of the halftime, 41-27 in favor of the Kennedy Eagles. They went out on a big-time run in the first quarter, 8-0 run before a couple baskets by Crosby. 12-3 before the first timeout on Crosby, however, and Kennedy has not looked back. They've kept the lead, and Crosby's been able to get it within about 10 less, about 10-8, around there, but they have not been able to kind of get to that point where they can come away with a lead or at least tie the game. And that's been the bugaboo for Crosby during spurts of this season, where when they get down by a lot early, they start to go back to that 3. And when the 3 is raining, they can get back in games extremely quickly. But when it's not, and right now, Crosby has made 4 threes thus far compared to Kennedy's 2. Now, Kennedy did not make any threes in that first quarter, but they made a whole lot of 2s. They were perfect from the free throw line in that first quarter, 4 of 4, and then they finished overall in that first half 9 of 12 compared to Crosby's 5 of 9. Thus far, the scoring totals, the leading scores for both sides. The Kennedy Eagles have Chauncey Hicks, the senior number 20, leading the team with 13, and then Lennox Serrano with 10. And then you had for Crosby, Jonathan Rivera, who's always leading them in scoring for majority, if not 90+% of the games. Jonathan Rivera had 12 in that first half. For Kennedy, something to watch as David Zielinski is stepping back on the court. He picked up his second personal foul early in that second quarter, and he sat for the rest of that quarter. Now, the one thing, even though Kennedy has the lead, and they'll be inbounding the ball with Lennox Serrano, they have to watch. They're big-time players as far as that get a lot of minutes. Trueheart has 2 personal fouls. Zielinski has 2 personal fouls. Manny Beeman has 3 personal fouls. Have to watch that as this game goes through, because when you start to, go to players who you haven't used a lot early on, Crosby can find ways to get back, especially from the 3. And speaking of a 3, Zielinski misses the 3 as Kennedy was inbounding the ball to begin the third quarter. 1 and done for Kennedy, and quickly the Crosby Bulldogs are on the attack. Rivera in the paint, switches left hand, good by Rivera. He's got 14, 41-29. Kennedy with the lead still over Crosby. 7:30 to go in this third quarter. Beeman outside Alves, working it to Hicks in the right low post. Back to Alves outside the three-point line. Kennedy in their white uniforms going right to left. Crosby in their blue unis going left to right. On the drive, Zielinski, and he draws the foul. 2 free throws for David Zielinski. That's on Brandon Beeman, his third. Team's first here in the third quarter. And Zielinski is perfect from the free throw line thus far. I hope I didn't jinx him. He was 4 of 4 in the first quarter. Bends the knees. The free throw is no good. Kennedy 9 of 13 from the free throw line. Shot 8 free throws in the second quarter. Shot goes up. Free throw's good. 1 of 2 is Zielinski. 7 total for the senior wearing number 21. 10 of 14 from the free throw line is Kennedy. And they lead 42-29, 7:10 to go in the third. Rivera to Melendez, and it's intercepted by Chauncey Hicks of Kennedy. And Hicks will give it to Beeman. Beeman outside Alves. Alves going through a couple defenders. Now he's got 4 defenders on him, rather. And then looks like a timeout was called before the possession. Rather, the jump ball was called, but it'll stay with Kennedy. Under 7 to go in this third quarter. 42-29 in favor of Kennedy. Coming out of the timeout, Crosby has Rivera, Frederick, Robinson, Arrington, and Melendez. And Kennedy will have Serrano, Hicks, Alves, Beeman, and Zielinski. Serrano in the corner, Alves, and a travel called on Sincere Alves. 6:54 to go in this third quarter, 42-29 in favor of Kennedy. Chris Saunders bringing all the play-by-play for not 1 but 2 here in the semifinal of the NVL tournament. And Jason Robinson, the junior, with the triple. He's got 6, all from the three-point line. 42-32. Back to a 10-point lead for Kennedy. As they're working around the three-point line now, 3/4 of the court. The defense able to get the ball away. And then Beeman fighting for the ball again. A whistle blown. And I'm waiting to see if it's a foul, and it will be. I think they're going to call that on Crosby. They're going to call that on Frederick. That's his first, team second. Long pass to Alves in the corner. Crosby fighting for it. Loose, picked up by Crosby. That's Frederick. Now Rivera. Rivera to Robinson. Robinson post game. And he's fouled in the right low post. And I think they're going to call that on Zielinski. And that's big because that's his third. Regardless of the team foul, that's his third. And now Armin Lavasser has quite the decision to make. Do I keep Zielinski in? Mind you, it's only a 10-point lead. Stays 10-point. Free throw missed by Jason Robinson. 5 of 10 is Crosby from the free throw line. Robinson, a 73% free throw shooter. As my partner Dave Grant would say, a little more arc in the throw, or rather not in the throw, thinking of baseball, but the free throw, as the second free throw was missed. 5 of 11 from the free throw line is Crosby. Zielinski to Beeman. Beeman, top of the key. Alves, catch and shoot from the corner. Misses the three. Serrano, and a jump ball, and it will be a jump ball call with 6 minutes exactly to go in the third. A 10-point lead for Kennedy over Crosby. 2 team fouls on the Crosby side, 1 on Kennedy. Melendez will bring it up by mid. Melendez 3/4 of the court to Robinson. Robinson inside the 3, now outside the 3. Melendez. And a foul called, and that's going to be on Zielinski. That's his 4th. Now the question will be, what will Kennedy do with Zielinski? And he's going to be out. Trueheart is in. Robinson is inbounding. Crosby has now Robinson, Frederick, Arrington, Rivera, and Melendez. Rivera slicing through, throws it up. It's missed, puts up for a second chance. He misses. And then Kennedy able to fight through. No, it's back over to Crosby. Left corner. And a foul call on the left low post. That's on Serrano, his first, team's third. And Robinson back at the free throw line for 2. First free throw by Robinson, misses. Robinson's missed 3 consecutive free throws in this quarter. Free throw's good. 1 of 4 is Robinson in this quarter at the free throw line. Crosby 6 of 13. 5:30 to go in the third. 42-33. Kennedy over Crosby. Beeman to Trueheart. Trueheart on the drive in the paint. Left low post, no good. 1 and done is Kennedy. And Robinson gets a defensive rebound. Robinson going coast to coast, hands it over to Melendez, and it rolls out. Last touch by Crosby. And possession, Kennedy. As they'll be going right to left on your screen. Inbounding will be Serrano over to Beeman, Trueheart, Hicks, and Alves. Zielinski's out of the game with 4 personal fouls. Trueheart had it tipped by Frederick. Good defensive play by the Bulldogs. Trueheart attempted the 3, and it was tipped. Rivera, Melendez to Robinson, and he traveled. Serrano inbounding over to Beeman. Kennedy, the number 2 seed. Crosby, the 3 seed. Serrano to Trueheart. Trueheart back outside to Serrano. Alves looking for the pass in the corner, but Robinson had it tipped away. Now it's Hicks. And going out of bounds is Arrington towards the bench of Kennedy. And he'll stay with the Eagles. 4:35 to go in the third. 42-33 Kennedy. Robinson's going to be out. Chris Spears is in for the Bulldogs. Serrano inbounding to Beeman. Beeman just gets it out before he went to the other side of the court with a backcourt violation. Beeman, Alves, still dribbling. Trueheart, cutting, reverses right side, had it tipped. Another defensive play by Frederick of Crosby. And Rivera will bring it up for the Bulldogs. Rivera to Frederick. Frederick makes it in the paint. First 2 points for Frederick, 42-35. Kennedy has not relinquished the lead just yet, but it's starting to shrink. Serrano tries to answer back. He can't. Kennedy's one and done. Rivera, left corner. Arrington for three. Misses off the head of Serrano. And then Alves trying to dribble it past a couple defenders. And then he's fouled by Crosby. That's on Frederick, his second, team third. Serrano looking to inbound the ball here. Closest by is Beeman. 3:45 to go here in the third. 42-35, Kennedy ahead of Crosby. Each team with 3 team fouls. Short pass to Alves, back to Beeman. Now Trueheart guarded by Arrington. Trueheart trying to make the pass to Hicks. It's intercepted, slapped away by Rivera. Rivera switches to the left side. Stays strong with the left hand, misses, deflected, loose ball. It's going to be picked up by Kennedy. Kennedy has the numbers. And then Trueheart lost it for a second, and Hicks is right there. That's why you have teammates. That's only the third point scored by Kennedy in this third quarter. And they lead 44-35. With 3:10 to go in the third. Melendez to Spears. Spears driving. Spears, left side, misses off the hand of Serrano, and there's Beeman. And then Beeman double dribbled. And Crosby has a chance here. With under 3 to play in this third quarter, trying to just get this deficit down to 4. They've had it within 8 to 6 points, 6 to 8 points, depending on how you look at it, but have not been able to get it within 4. Arrington inbounding. Arrington to Rivera. Rivera in the corner. Guarded by Alves of Kennedy. Finds Frederick. And Frederick was wide open. And that's why Rivera, being such a talented player, drawing 2 defenders that allowed Frederick to be open in the left low post, and he made the basket. Serrano hit and one. 12 for Serrano. A possible 3-point play. 4th team foul on Crosby. That's on Melendez. That's his second. Serrano with 12 points of his own, looking for 13. Beeman and Alves back behind Serrano. Free throw is no good. Kennedy 10 of 15 from the free throw line. The missed free throw by Serrano. Possession stays on the Crosby side. They go left to right. Spears outside. Melendez. Now Arrington. Arrington was able to fake out the attempted steal by Trueheart. Arrington now with his first 2 points of the game. 46-39. Trueheart lost the ball, and Crosby able to get the turnover. Crosby keeping on the pressure. It's within striking. Rivera misses the 3. Serrano and Spears. And possession will be Kennedy. A 7-point lead for Kennedy. That 3 would have made it only a 4-point lead, but Rivera missed the 3. And then Serrano able to fight for the ball. The possession was facing towards Kennedy. Beeman will bring it up. Under 2 to play in the third. 46-39 Kennedy. Serrano spinning, shooting, misses, gets his own rebound. And then it looks like a foul called on the court on Crosby. It's on Viola. His third, team's 5th. Kennedy in their white uniforms, Crosby in their blue. Serrano finds Trueheart, and one again. Trueheart with 9. And a quick 2 fouls on Crosby. That's Frederick's third. Team's sixth. And Trueheart with a 3-point play potential here. Kennedy 10 of 15 from the free throw line. Free throw is short again. 10 of 16 is Kennedy. They started the game 6 of 6. They've been a little cold since. Melendez, quick pass to Frederick. Drawing defenders to Viola. Viola back to Frederick in the left elbow. Melendez inside the three-point line. Fakes out Beeman. Nice pick by Frederick. And then Melendez with a couple moves in the left low post. He's got 8. 48-41. Back to a 7-point lead for Kennedy. Tucker, 3. Misses the 3. Serrano gets the offensive rebound. Serrano swarmed by Melendez. And we'll have a jump ball call. Possession arrow facing Crosby. And it stays a 10-point lead for Kennedy. Melendez by mid. 3/4 of the court. Melendez gives it to Chris Spears. Now Rivera has to be shy, and he's close. Very close to mid-court here at Wilby High School in the Reggie O'Brien Gymnasium. Rivera on the drive. Did it himself. ISO. 16 for Rivera. 48-43. Melendez almost with the steal. Tucker to Serrano. How about the unselfish play from Tucker to Serrano? Serrano with 14. 50-43 Kennedy over Crosby. Beeman. Oh boy. And Beeman able to get Melendez to turn it over. 29.1 seconds to go in this third. They actually called the foul on Melendez. Must have stretched the arm, so that gives Melendez 3 personal fouls. The winner of this game will be in the Nvl Championship. A lot of history for both teams. Have not been there in some time, and for Kennedy, ever. That foul, I think, may be on. It is. It's on Melendez. That's his 4th. Team's 8th. 1-1 for Kennedy. This will be Alves's first free throw attempt in this game. Has 2 points thus far. The 1-1 is missed by Alves. And it's off the knee. Waiting to see possession who. And it was off of Crosby. Kennedy 10 of 17 from the free throw line. Have missed 4 consecutive free throws after making their first 6 to begin the game. Serrano inbounding to Alves in the corner. Trueheart switching over. Tucker to Trueheart. The 3 by Trueheart misses. Spears able to get the defensive rebound. He's in the corner, and a timeout call by Crosby. Nick Algelli smelling a chance that potentially Kennedy could have stripped the ball away. So with that timeout, 13.4 seconds to go in the third. 50-43. Kennedy ahead of Crosby.
Get your tickets out. I have the winning ticket for the 50-50 raffle. The winning ticket number is 154528. Again, 154528. You can collect your winnings at the concession stand.
Kennedy with a 7-point lead. Possession actually will be Crosby ball. Inbounding is Arrington to Rivera. 12 seconds to go. Under 10. Rivera working by Tucker. The 3, a little bit too hard. Loose ball, that's Trueheart. Trueheart in the corner and hit out of bounds by Crosby with 0.7 seconds to go. 0.7 remaining in the third. A 7-point lead for Kennedy. Serrano inbounding. Serrano gets into Beeman. Beeman, the shot is well after the buzzer. We're through 3 here in the semifinal. A 7-point lead for Kennedy, 50-43. The number 2 seed Kennedy leading the number 3 seed Crosby Bulldogs. One more quarter, we think, and the first of 2 in the semifinal in the NVL tournament. The number 2 seed, Kennedy. The number 3 seed, Crosby. Kennedy begins with the possession, then they lose it. Crosby then travels as Frederick did kind of like almost like a somersault with the basketball, and he traveled because he had full possession of said basketball. 50-43. Kennedy with the lead. Both these teams got here in favor of Kennedy beating Ansonia and Crosby beating St. Paul to get to the semi. Beeman outside to Alves. Alves to Serrano. Serrano to Beeman. Beeman guarded by Spears to Hicks. Hicks then loses the ball. Arrington with the possession calls a timeout. 7:40 in this fourth quarter. 50-43. Kennedy leading by 7 over Crosby. Kennedy, if they were to win this game, they're looking to get to their first NVL championship game. Now, mind you, the NVL restarted the NVL tournament back in 2004, and Kennedy has not been to an NVL championship game. They did make it to the semis back in the 16-17 season, and at that time, they were the number 8 seed in Class AA. That was right before the divisions for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and they lost to East Hartford in the semis. So they've been to this place before, but they have not been to a championship game just yet. Crosby's trying to get back to an NVL championship game for the first time since 2015. So 7 years. So you have 7 years for Crosby, and for Kennedy, you have the first time, I think, ever, as far as when they started to do the tournament, because they used to do the regular season champion without the tournament. And in that case, the last time Kennedy won a championship was back in 89 to 91 when they three-peated, 89, 90, and 91. Coming out of the timeout, Crosby has Robinson, Rivera, Frederick, Arrington, and Spears. And Kennedy will have Serrano, Trueheart, Hicks, Beeman, and Alves. And if you're wondering why Alves is not, or rather not Alves, but Selinsky is not in the game, he has 4 personal fouls, and he picked up 2 through the first half, and then picked up 2 in the third quarter. That's how we got 4. Robinson with a left elbow shot, good. Robinson now with 9 points, and a hold on Crosby. We're going to call that on Robinson. That's his 4th. Speaking of a player with now 4 fouls, Robinson with his 4th. Team's 9th, 1-1 for Serrano. Now, Kennedy has missed 4 consecutive free throws. Trying to snap that streak now. Serrano with 14. And it stays 14. 5 consecutive free throws missed by Kennedy. Rivera guarded by 2. Trueheart and Alves. And they call the foul on Kennedy. That's on Trueheart. That's his third, team's fourth. Kennedy in their blue unis as they go left to right. Down by 5, 50-45. 7 minutes to go in this game. Robinson driving. Robinson working on Serrano. He misses in the right low post. And Hicks trying to make the pass to Serrano. It's intercepted by Robinson. Robinson's fouled and count it. A big-time play from a big-time player, Jason Robinson. That's on Hicks, his second, team's fifth. And this is the closest that Crosby has been as far as getting within a tie and or the lead, have not led throughout the entirety of this game. And Crosby has a chance to cut the deficit to 2 with a made free throw here by Jason Robinson. And he will. 2-point lead for Kennedy. 7 of 14 from the free throw line. This Crosby team showing a lot of heart and a lot of passion. Alves tried to make the pass to Serrano. Just kept in bounds by Crosby. Jump ball called. Possession Crosby. And the Bulldogs have a chance with 6:42 to go in this fourth quarter, with either the lead on a 3 or the tie with a 2. Now we're having a conversation between Kirk, Palmieri, and Napoli. And it looks like it will stay Crosby ball. Game 2 of this semi will be the number 1 seed, the Naugatuck Greyhounds, and the number 5 seed, the Waterbury Career Academy Spartans. Winner of this game will play the winner of that game in the Nvl Championship, to be played Wednesday here at Wilby High School at the Ridge O'Brien Gymnasium. Rivera back for the lead. Misses the 3. Serrano grabs a defensive rebound for Kennedy. Beeman, long pass to Alves. Alves hit, but the foul did not be called on Alves. He has 4. 52-48, a 4-point lead for Kennedy. Rivera, picked by Robinson. Rivera going to that left side, and he's fouled in the left low post. 2 free throws for Rivera. And that's on Zielinski. He's done. Zielinski ends his day with 7 points. And Armin Lavasser having a conversation with his team right now. A 4-point lead for Kennedy. Could be down to 2 if Rivera can make these free throws. After missing his first 3 to begin the game, he's made 5 in a row. Has 16 total points. Looking for 17 and 18 right here. Rivera takes a breath, dribbles 3 times, spins the ball in his hand. Free throw is missed. 7 of 15 from the free throw line is Crosby. Kennedy 10 of 18. Kennedy's missed 5 in a row from the free throw line. Second free throw is good. Rivera with 17. Crosby 8 of 16 from the free throw line. Trueheart to Alves, right low post, misses the bunny. Serrano gets the offensive rebound. And then it looks like Spears stepped out of bounds. And with a little bit of luck, Kennedy has the possession still. 5:57 to go in the game. 52-49, a 3-point lead for Kennedy. And then Serrano tried to make the pass to Alves, but Rivera is able to take it away and gets the basket. He has 19. It's a 1-point lead for Kennedy. Trueheart. Alves. Alves spins. Alves misses in the right low post. He'll be at the free throw line. And right now, Kennedy is not just without one of their best players in David Zielinski, who fouled out with 5. fouls, had 2 in the first half, and then was able to, or lack thereof, had 3 throughout the duration of this game in the second half. And Alves at the free throw line for 2. The foul's on Frederick, his 4th. Free throw made by Alves. As I said, Frederick's 4th, team's 10th. Every foul committed by Crosby on Kennedy will be 2 free throws. Free throw made by Kennedy, and the second free throw is missed. 11 of 20 is Kennedy from the free throw line. 53-51, a 2-point lead for Kennedy. Crosby trying to come away with a lead, have not led this entire game. Rivera with an offensive foul. His first. Serrano inbounding. Kennedy, as they go right to left on your screen. Trueheart, Beeman, Alves, Tucker. And then a foul on Trueheart. And if that's on Frederick, and it will be, his day is done. He fouls out with 4 points. And Beeman will be coming in for Crosby. Trueheart through 3 quarters, 9 points. Kennedy could very well try to help themselves, because they're not, by missing these free throws. Missed 5 consecutive free throws before the free throw made by Alves. Free throw made by Trueheart. He has 10. 12 of 21 is Kennedy from the free throw line. 5:21 to go in this game. Trueheart made the first, and he will miss the second. 1 of 2 is Trueheart, but he gets the ball back. Took it away from Arrington from Crosby. And another possession stolen for Kennedy. Beeman outside at Alves. Serrano from the charity stripe. It's good by Lennox Serrano. He's got 16. 56-51 Kennedy. And the Eagles are doing this without one of their best players, David Zielinski, who is fouled out. Under 5 to play in this game. A 5-point lead for Kennedy. Rivera. 3/4 of the court. Rivera for 3. He's fouled as he shot it on. That's on Alves. His second, team 6th. 3 free throws for Rivera. And if Rivera can make all 3 of these free throws, there'll be a 2-point lead for Kennedy. First free throw. Good. Second free throw. Good. Crosby 10 of 18 from the free throw line. Melendez is coming in for Spears. Now Melendez has to be careful. He also has 4 personal fouls. 1 more in his day will be done as well. Rivera with a breath. Rivera bends. Free throw. Good. 11 of 19 from the free throw line is Crosby. Kennedy 12 of 22. A 2-point lead for the Eagles. Beeman making the pass off the knee. There's Melendez, who throws it right back over to Kennedy. Serrano. And now Tucker goes back to retreat. Trueheart to Alves. He'll finish in the right low post. A 4-point lead for Kennedy. And they had a chance with a steal, but gave it right back to Kennedy. Did Crosby. 4:15 to go in the game. Rivera. Crossover to Robinson. Robinson driving. Robinson. Rivera for 3. Misses the 3. In the air, picked up by Robinson. Rivera. Second chance. Bang! Jonathan Rivera. Big time shot by a big time player. 1-point lead for Kennedy. You give him another chance, he'll make you pay. Alves slicing. Alves misses right to the hands of Alves, but he was already out of bounds when the ball was deflected back to him. So Crosby with a chance to get their first lead of the game. 3:44 to go. The 3-seed Crosby has been down all game, and they're looking to come away with their first lead tonight here at Wilby High School. Robinson, Arrington for the lead. No good. Trueheart, he's got numbers and speed. Trueheart on the drive and the finish going coast to coast. 12 points for Trueheart. 60-57, a 3-point lead for Kennedy. Robinson for the tie. Air ball. Arrington tries to make the pass to Beeman. Ends up being the other Beeman who has it. That's the Kennedy Beeman. Beeman, long pass. Hicks, right side finish. And a little bit of a run. 17 for Chauncey Hicks. And the Kennedy Eagles with a run. And Nick Augelli needing to call a timeout to calm down the Kennedy Eagles as they started to get on a little bit of a high-octane run there. 2:55 to go in the game. 62-57. Kennedy over Crosby. The winner advances to the NVL Championship to be played Wednesday here at Wilby High School. Coming out of the timeout, Crosby has Melendez, Rivera, Robinson, Beeman, and Spears. Kennedy with Beeman, Alves, Serrano, Hicks, and Trueheart. 2:50 to go in this game. A 5-point lead for Kennedy. As the ball goes out of bounds, possession, Crosby. Robinson, Rivera, left corner, misses the three. Spears gets the offensive rebound. Another chance for the Bulldogs, down by 5. Melendez has to be careful. He's got 4 personal fouls. Trueheart with the steal, trying to do the crossover, falls on top of it, but he stepped out of bounds as he had possession. Back over to the Bulldogs with Robinson inbounding. The number 3 seed Crosby, 2 seed Kennedy Eagles. Crosby got to this game defeating St. Paul. Kennedy got here defeating Ansonia on Saturday. Spears, 3. Short, back to Melendez. Rivera, another 3. Misses. Back to Beeman of Kennedy. Beeman on transition. Beeman headed blocked by DJ Melendez, but Hicks has it for Kennedy and he puts it in. Chauncey Hicks. What a day for the senior. 64-57 with 2 minutes to go in this game. Lead is Kennedy. Beeman, a short 2, misses. Hicks gets a defensive rebound. Hicks in the corner. And they're going to say that Hicks stepped out of bounds as he was swarmed by a couple Crosby players. He was trying to find somebody open, but there was nobody close by. Possession Bulldogs. 1:50 to go in the game. Robinson to Rivera. Crosby has shot quite a number of threes early in this, or rather late in this quarter. Going to the well, and it's been dry. And made only 1 3 in this 4th quarter. Spears, 3. There's number 2. Mr. 3 himself, Chris Spears. He's got 9. And a timeout call by Crosby. 1:34 to go in the game. A 4-point lead for Kennedy. As a 3 was made by Chris Spears, he's got 9 total in the game. before both teams come out, I just want to say a very well officiated game from Steve Kirk, Michelangelo Palmieri, and Jeff Napoli have done a fine job, because this has been a very intense game. Obviously, whenever you get two Waterbury teams to match up, that intensity is always going to be there. And it's been, well, the energy has been there. It's been a controlled energy, and I just have to say it's been a fine officiated job by all three. And also, too, as my partner would say, who sometimes questions the certain calls on what's a charge and what isn't, I think they've been 100% right on what a charge has been and what has been called in this game. I'm sure my partner Dave Grant, who broadcasts with me on WATR, would agree with me. 4-point lead for Kennedy. 1:34 to go in the game. Serrano inbounding. A full court press for the Bulldogs, with Beeman now at midcourt, dropping back. Serrano gives it to Trueheart. Off the hands of Spears. And the pressure stays on the Crosby side, rather the Kennedy side, but forced by Crosby. Serrano inbounding again. Serrano gives it to Alves. Alves in the corner. Kennedy looking to break the press. They break the press. Trueheart to Hicks. It's off his hands a little bit too hard. I almost said Trueheart, but a little too hard from Trueheart to Hicks in the left low post. 1:24 to go in the game. Melendez will let it roll. He'll pick it up at 3/4 of the court. Crosby going left to right. Rivera driving. 10-foot shot. Misses. Beeman gets the offensive rebound. Melendez back to Spears. Melendez in the corner. Beeman again, now Melendez. 1:07 to go in the game. Robinson, the J, misses. Hicks gets a defensive rebound and then stolen away by Beeman from Crosby. Back over is Spears. The three. Misses the three. Alves gets the ball. Long vertical pass to Hicks. Hicks going, and it's blocked by Melendez, but they call the foul on DJ Melendez. And Melendez's day is done. But that's a good foul by Melendez, because Hicks had an easy lane. He was the lone player. Melendez had the effort as he was going. He had as much effort, and it's hard to not like that play, even though it's a shame that he had to get his fifth foul there. But excellent effort by the sophomore DJ Melendez. Excellent effort. And Hicks is at the free throw line for two. That could have been a game-altering kind of play right there. And it very well could be, because this game is not over yet. Kennedy has struggled from the free throw line. They've only made one free throw in this quarter. First free throw. Good. 13 of 23. That basket is number 20 for Chauncey Hicks, matching his jersey number, looking for 21. And there it is. 21 for Chauncey Hicks. 14 of 24 from the free throw line. A 6-point lead for Kennedy. Rivera in the corner. Rivera going hard. Misses in the left low post. Serrano, defensive rebound to Trueheart. Trueheart getting by two defenders. And then it's off the foot of Chris Spears of Crosby. Possession Kennedy. And Trueheart maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Got lucky that his team is keeping the ball here. 33.3 seconds to go in the game. The winner to the Nvl Championship. And a foul on Rivera. His second. Alves at the free throw line for two. 1 of 2 in this quarter. 1 of 3 total in the game is Alves from the charity stripe. First free throw from Alves. Good. And this is what you want to see from a Kennedy team that has aspirations of going far, not just in this tournament, but also, too, in the CIAC tournament in Division III. Have to make your free throws late, because they will see this in the tournament. Second free throw. Good. 16 of 26 from the free throw line. An 8-point lead for Kennedy. Robinson, Rivera for 3. It's a brick by Rivera. And a foul called on Crosby. And I think they'll get that on Beeman. And they will. That's his 4th. And 2 more free throws for Kennedy. And all Kennedy has to do is make their free throws in this game. Will be in favor of the Kennedy Eagles as they look to continue to make history. First free throw by Serrano is good. 17 of 27. Next free throw, good again. So Kennedy being clutch when they have to. 18 of 28, a 10-point lead for Kennedy. Deflected off of Robinson, stays with Crosby. Robinson for 3, comes up short. Hicks on the defensive rebound. Hicks will dribble it a couple times, back to Beeman. Beeman will then dribble outside the 3-point line as the clock winds down under 5. What a game here in the semifinal between the number 2 seed, the Kennedy Eagles, and the number 3 seed, the Crosby Bulldogs. The Kennedy Eagles continue to write their history. They are heading to the Nvl Championship. Final score, 70-60 in favor of Kennedy. And they will face the winner of Naugatuck and Career Academy to be played in 20 minutes here at Wilby High School. We'll see you then. And we will have the awards to be announced in just a few seconds here, as it's always kind of a glorious moment to have the awards to be announced for both sides, as for many sides, for every single team within the NVL. This is all division team in the NVL. This is the all brass team to be announced right now. Gio Cruz is the first for Wilby.
Representing Holy Cross, Ashton Sanasti.
Ashton Sanasi for Holy Cross, next to be announced.
Representing the Kennedy Eagles, Lennox Serrano.
Lennox Serrano the next for the Kennedy Eagles, for the all-brass team.
Representing WCA, Spartan, Zaire Lott.
Zaire Lott next for the Waterbury Career Academy Spartans.
Representing the Crosby Bulldogs, Jason Robinson.
And Jason Robinson for all brass.
Let's give these young men a hand. Great job, guys. That is the all brass division. Next up, we have players representing the all copper. First up, representing Seymour, Caden Dredrick.
Caden Dredrick announced for Seymour for all copper.
Representing Ansonia, Jahani Barge.
Jahani Barge, the next announced for all copper. All brass was first announced, now the copper.
Oxford, Dave Gillespie. Also representing Seymour, Jake Chacho.
Jake Chacho next announced for Seymour.
And representing Woodland, Robert Moriarty. Next up, we have the All-Iron Division. Representing Naugatuck, Jay-Sean Lindsay.
Now for the All-Iron team, Jay-Sean Lindsay, the first announced.
Representing Torrington Raiders, Jordan Harvey.
Jordan Harvey for Torrington.
Representing St. Paul, Ben Bokiko.
Ben Bokikio for St. Paul in the Iron Division, all Iron Division team.
Also representing Torrington, Dad Kimberly. And
Thaddeus Kimberly from Torrington.
Greyhound, Evan Swanson.
And Evan Swanson for Naugatuck, the next announced. The all-Iron Division team.
Next up, we have our All-NVL.
Now here are the all-NVL team to be announced.
This player has 2 awards coming to him, representing Naugatuck, Essie Anakopoma.
Esse Anakoma,
The
most outstanding senior. 2 awards for Esse Anakoma. Eclipsed 1,000 points late during this season. And has had a stellar career for Naughty. And his fellow teammate, Avery Hinnett, alongside him. The duo has led Naugatuck to a 20-0 record, first time ever in program history, and looking to go back-to-back-to-back as far as appearances in the NVL Championship. And Jonathan Rivera announced for Crosby. A fine player, one of the top players in Connecticut. Treshawn Reynolds announced for Ansonia.
Representing St. Paul, Jamie Leggett. Representing Holy Cross, super freshman, Elijah Parker.
For Holy Cross, Elijah Parker.
Representing Kennedy, Draven Zielinski.
Draven Zielinski announced. And Sincere Alves as well.
And last but not least, for WCA Spartans, Jason Kennedy.
Jason Kennedy, the last announced from the Waterbury Career Academy Spartans.
Please give a hand for the All-NVL.
That is all NVL.
All teams represented for the brass, copper, and iron. Great job, guys. Great job. Let's do another hand, please.
And in 20 minutes, Naugatuck and Career Academy, the next games in the semi. The winner will be in the championship.